America's most watched newscast.
Another history-making moment for America. The first female vice president-elect, who's also on the verge of becoming the first black vice president, introducing the man who may become our nation's first black Secretary of Defense, retired four-star General Lloyd Austin, honoring those who helped pave the way for his nomination, including the Tuskegee Airmen and the Montford Point Marines.
As Sir Isaac Newton famously said, "If I have seen a little further, it is by standing on the shoulders of giants."
But history is no guarantee. Why Biden now needs to court some Democrats for Austin to be confirmed. Countdown to a vaccine. The FDA is set to issue emergency use authorization within hours. Nearly 3 million doses being stored in freezers, waiting for the green light for distribution by this time tomorrow. And what U.S. officials are saying about side effects from 2 instances of allergic reactions in the UK. Hospitals reveal the true story of the COVID crisis. Ambulances stacked up with patients forced to wait outside the ER as California reports a record high of more than 30,000 COVID cases in a single day. Tensions now on the rise over restrictions in other states. President Trump tweets about the latest election challenge heading to the Supreme Court, calling it, quote, the big one. And an update on that story that we brought you last night. Casey Goodson shot and killed by police as he entered his own home. A deputy possibly mistaking him for a wanted fugitive. Tonight, the autopsy. Think you could spot a counterfeit bill if you saw one? We'll take you inside an illegal U.S. dollar printing operation to see which common household products are being used to replicate cold, hard cash.
They can make $6 million with a machine that cost them $7,000 to buy here.
And if you're one of the many Americans to join Peloton, you might know Robin. But did you know the fitness company's head instructor has an inspiring story? She shares her message with our Robin Roberts.
I think gratitude goes a long way. Gratitude turns why me into try me. Like, try me.
Oh, that's got to be on a T-shirt. That has got to be. Come on.
Turn why me to try me. Gotta love that. Good evening, everyone. I'm Lindsay Davis. Thanks so much for streaming with us. It has long been said that it is always darkest before the dawn, and in this dark hour, we are now on the eve of a critical public hearing. Experts could give the green light for emergency authorization for Pfizer's coronavirus vaccine here in the U.S. This as this country has now marked its deadliest week since the beginning of the pandemic. More than 15,000 Americans have lost their lives to the virus in the past week, roughly the equivalent of 92 deaths every hour. The death toll now at least 288,000 Americans. But some positive news as the UK continued its rollout of the Pfizer vaccine, including a 100-year-old who got a shot in the arm in Belfast. Also, Canada has given emergency authorization for Pfizer's vaccine. And as we await the FDA's ruling on the vaccine here, the U.S. is preparing for its immediate rollout. Tom Yamas leads us off with who gets it first and how it will be done.
Tonight, Americans hoping to soon see images just like this here in the United States. A robust rollout across the UK. The elderly and healthcare workers the first in line.
I feel privileged, very privileged to be one of the first ones to get it.
But tonight, British health regulators warning people with a history of significant allergic reactions shouldn't get the vaccine. Out of thousands who received it, 2 healthcare workers who got the shot had allergic reactions. They were treated. Officials say they are fine. Both had a history of severe allergies and carry EpiPens with them. And now, American vaccine officials caution the FDA could make a similar recommendation.
The expectation would be that subjects with known severe allergic reactions should not take the vaccine until we understand exactly what happened here.
Allergic reactions to vaccines do happen, but severe reactions are rare. With the clock counting down to a potential green light for the Pfizer vaccine as early as tomorrow, they tried a dry run at Denver International Airport. boxes loaded and taken from the airport straight to healthcare providers. The ultra-cold Pfizer vaccine will be unpacked. These practice vials part of the rehearsal. The vaccine divided into doses and injected into volunteers.
That's the whole reason we're doing this exercise today, to find out if we have any friction points, any areas that we need to improve on.
The country set to launch the most ambitious, most complicated vaccine rollout in American history.
What happens next is obviously within 24 hours of that approval, we will begin moving the vaccine. So from Pfizer at Kalamazoo, the trucks will roll right out of there to the nearest airports, and we'll begin distributing the vaccines across the entire country.
And now we're hearing from one of the independent FDA advisors who will vote on whether the Pfizer vaccine should get emergency authorization.
Despite the speed, it appears to me from reviewing the documents that the appropriate safety design was in there. We should feel good about where we are right now.
And tonight, 90-year-old grandmother Margaret Keenan, who made history as the first person to get the vaccine in the UK out of the hospital, holding a newspaper reading, "One small jab for Maggie, one giant leap for all of us."
I think everybody in this hospital knows me.
They will do now. Not just to get the hospital worldwide, everyone knows you now.
Maggie, now known around the world. Tom Llamas joins us now from the FDA. Tom, just walk us through what this advisory committee will be doing in tomorrow's hearing, and what are the next steps to getting that final approval?
Right, Lindsay. So we're here at the FDA headquarters in Washington, but this meeting's actually going to be virtual. They're going to talk about the research. They're going to talk about some of their concerns. Then they're going to have a vote. And if they vote to issue the emergency authorization, the FDA is likely to green light the vaccine from there. The CDC is still set to meet on Friday, but some health experts like Dr. Ashish Jha say the first Americans could get this vaccine by Friday. But other experts we've spoken to think it'll most likely be Monday. Lindsay, it's very fluid. We're covering every angle of this, but we should have an answer very soon.
And if that vaccine is approved, how many doses will go out in the first wave?
Right, so the first 2.9 million doses of the vaccine will go out within 24 hours. Then over the next few weeks, another 2.9 million doses. A reminder, the Pfizer vaccine is 2 shots. And of course, the elderly and those frontline workers will be the first in line to receive the vaccine, Lindsay.
Tom Llamas keeping us up to date. We appreciate it. And as we have been reporting all along, we are still months away from seeing the effects of a vaccine make a substantial dent in the disasters now unfolding across some of our nation's hospitals. And we're now starting to feel the effects of Thanksgiving travel. Our Kaylee Hartung reports in tonight from California.
Tonight, hospitals across the country reaching a breaking point. In California, ambulances are stacked up with patients forced to wait outside the ER. For the first time, more than 30,000 new cases in a single day in California.
I see patients die every day.
Dr. Sarkis Arabian has been working 11 days straight.
I'm not going to sugarcoat it. As an intensive care doctor, I thought I was prepared to take care of critical patients. This is the specialty that I chose to go into. But this is nothing that I've seen before.
Late today, the LA County Health Director breaking down in tears over the county's growing death toll.
Sorry. Over 8,000 people who were beloved members of their families are not coming back.
Hospitalizations now topping 104,000, with dire staffing shortages now hitting. One Kansas hospital has 152 frontline workers out with COVID. Inside this ICU, nurse Kara Purdom is caring for a patient just before she's put on a ventilator.
We coded a patient when I walked on the unit. We intubated a patient emergently 10 minutes after that. And I still had 2 patients. So our staffing is hurting.
The latest report from the COVID task force painting a grim picture, warning a vaccine will not reduce viral spread, hospitalizations, or fatalities until next spring. But tonight, the debate's still raging over lockdowns. Tempers boiling over in Boise, Idaho. During a COVID health meeting, the commissioner overseeing the community safety had her own home targeted by protesters.
Lock down Lachiondo's house.
The video posted on social media by those demonstrators. The incident being investigated by police, forcing the meeting cut short after less than 15 minutes.
My 12-year-old son is home by himself right now, and there are protesters banging outside the door, okay? I'm gonna go home.
The heartbreaking reality, the last 7 days seeing more than 15,000 deaths, America's deadliest week of the pandemic. Linda and Jeff Kahn, married 49 years, dying just 3 days apart. In their obituary, their children saying, in lieu of flowers, the family requests you simply wear a mask.
If people would just wear masks and would just have an ounce of consideration for other people, maybe things wouldn't be so bad and we wouldn't be sitting here, having lost both of our parents.
In lieu of flowers, wear a mask. Kaylee Hartung joins us now from California. And are you hearing similar pleas from healthcare workers there, Kaylee?
I have, Lindsay. And, you just heard me speak to one doctor here who's been working 11 days straight. He came here to talk to me today on his first day off in 11 days because he said there was such an important message that he wanted to get out to people, and that was that this virus is no joke, that it is unlike anything he's ever seen in his 10-year career. So you again heard that plea. Wear a mask. Be a good citizen of the world right now. Those pleas are coming from people who are having to watch people die every day, who are having to watch people die alone every day, and who are having to have those conversations with their devastated family members who couldn't be with their loved one in those darkest moments. Lindsay, we're hearing these pleas across the country and certainly here in Colton, California.
And we also saw in your report that nurse braiding the patient's hair. What other ways are people there on the front lines trying to keep their spirits up? And how do they square that with those images we've seen of people outraged by the public restrictions?
Here at this hospital, the hospital staff is known to pray together in the parking lot. We saw one nurse walking around today with reindeer ears on to bring a smile to patients' faces when she could. I've had one doctor tell me that there is power in music. There is healing power in music. So we've seen some of those beautiful videos of hospital staffers singing songs like Imagine or Amazing Grace inside the walls of the hospital just to keep each other's spirits up. And you see the frustration and I think really the pain and the hurt in their faces when you talk about those situations like we saw devolve in Idaho. The health commissioner there, her home being targeted by protesters. Things like that are just impossible for these healthcare professionals to wrap their minds around when, again, they are having to have these tough conversations with families devastated every single day.
And also
Lindsay.
Trying to provide some comfort in the midst of their isolation. Kaylee, our thanks to you. Now to the presidential transition, where today President-elect Biden officially introduced his nominee for Defense Secretary, retired General Lloyd Austin, the first African-American to be tapped to lead the Pentagon, who Biden called the right person for this job at the right moment. But there are still hurdles to Austin's confirmation. Here's ABC's Mary Bruce.
President-elect Joe Biden today introducing his history-making pick for Defense Secretary, retired Army General Lloyd Austin, now the first African-American to be nominated for the post, but not without controversy.
He's loved by the men and women of the armed forces, feared by our adversaries, known and respected by our allies.
Austin paying tribute to the African Americans who paved his way in the military.
I am supremely grateful to all of them for their courage, for their determination, and for the example that they set throughout. And they include the Tuskegee Airmen and the Montford Point Marines and many others.
Tonight, former Defense Secretary Bob Gates and former Secretary of State Colin Powell both describing Austin as a superb choice. He spent 41 years in uniform, retiring just 4 years ago after leading U.S. Central Command. That means he will need a waiver from Congress to lead the Pentagon, since he has not been out of uniform the required 7 years. Tonight, some on the Hill already say they're opposed.
I will not vote for the waiver. I believe very strongly that there need to be civilian control, civilian oversight of the military.
Congress approved a waiver for President Trump's first Secretary of Defense, retired General Jim Mattis. Biden, well aware this would become an issue.
I would not be asking for this exception if I did not believe this moment in our history didn't call for it. It does call for it. He is the person we need at this moment, in my view.
Austin making it clear he realizes the critical distinction between serving in uniform and serving as a civilian.
I recognize that being a member of the President's cabinet requires a different perspective and unique responsibilities from a career in uniform.
A historic nomination that could face some challenges ahead. Mary Bruce joins us now. Mary, we also got word today from the Biden team about an investigation into Hunter Biden taxes. Explain what's happening there.
Yeah, the president-elect's son, Hunter Biden, says he is being investigated by federal prosecutors in Delaware over his taxes. The specifics, though, of this case are unclear. But in a statement, Hunter Biden says he's taking the matter very seriously and is confident that he handled his affairs, quote, legally and appropriately. Sources tonight tell us that this investigation began in 2018, well before his father, Joe Biden, launched his candidacy, Lindsay.
And also back in Washington, those talks over pandemic relief seem to have hit a wall again. What's the latest on those negotiations?
Well, we are learning a little bit more. Some more details about that compromise bill that we've been talking about, that $900 billion bipartisan compromise. It would include $300 weekly federal unemployment benefits, also additional aid to state and local governments, and additional funding to help distribute a vaccine. But this is very far from a done deal. It comes just one day after the White House put forth their own counteroffer, a $916 billion deal. But Democrats have flat out rejected it. They say it doesn't include enough unemployment benefits. So, Lindsay, the talks continue. We're not quite at square one, but we're really not that close to a final deal either.
Yeah, still far from the finish line there. Okay, Mary Bruce, our thanks to you.
Thank you.
You may recall that last night we interviewed the heartbroken mother of Casey Goodson, the 23-year-old black man killed by an officer after his family claims that he had left the dentist. Well, today, the Franklin County coroner announced the results of his autopsy show the preliminary cause of death as multiple gunshot wounds to the torso. But what the coroner could not answer is if the gunshots to the torso came in from the front or the back. A key detail that his family said in a statement needs to be answered as they await the final report, along with an explanation as to why lethal force was used against him. Our Pierre Thomas has more.
Casey Goodson's mother inconsolable, totally distraught after learning the 23-year-old had been fatally shot by police. Tonight, outrage and a growing controversy in Columbus, Ohio, surrounding the circumstances of Goodson's death. This 911 call capturing the aftermath.
My grandson just got shot in the back when he came in the house. I just heard the gunshots and I would get up and he's laying in the door.
According to police on Friday, a deputy working with the U.S. Marshals in search of violent offenders claims he saw Goodson with a gun. The deputy, 17-year veteran Jason Meade, then went on pursuit. After reports of a verbal exchange, he shot Goodson, police said. Police say a gun was recovered from Goodson. But the family says while Goodson had a permit to carry a firearm, they did not see a gun at the time of the shooting. They claim he was carrying keys and Subway sandwiches. Goodson's mother recalling the moment she found out her son was dead.
My 5-year-old called me crying and screaming, Mommy, Casey just got shot. The police just shot Casey, Mommy.
Authorities say Goodson was not the subject of a U.S. Marshal search. The challenge with the case, there's no body camera footage, and police say thus far, no witnesses.
Our thanks to Pierre. And when we come back, with COVID vaccinations potentially set to begin, the question, how do you prove that you are safe to be close to others? Could vaccine passports be a thing of the future? And how would they work? The disturbing investigation into the mysterious death of a Fort Bragg soldier, his decapitated head, the only piece of evidence authorities can examine. But up next, the eye-opening investigation. We go deep into the criminal underworld of counterfeiting, highly sophisticated fake American dollars that almost look like the real thing.
Admit it. These days, what you need to know seems to change, well, like every day. So what is it that you really need to know, want to know, to help you not just get through your day, but make the most of it? Feel smarter, feel better, feel happier. Well, how about a third hour of Good Morning America in the afternoon? GMA 3, what you need to know. It's all about you. Lunchtime at 1 Eastern, 12 Central and Pacific on ABC. This is going to be so good.
The reality is our country can collapse from within.
You see the white power movement on the march. Klansmen and neo-Nazis, skinheads, it's meant to incite war.
From the KKK to Oklahoma City to Charlottesville, the new documentary event special.
We just need to start talking about race.
Homegrown hate, the war among us.
This is a real wake-up call.
Streaming now on ABC News Live.
What you're seeing right now
out. This is part of the eye wall. This procession of migrants goes back 2 miles.
There is going to be catastrophic damage.
This fire has made a run. You can see those flames shooting up into the sky.
We are on the jam-packed red carpet.
To the right, guys.
So this is the 4th weekend of protests.
Watch ABC News on location for Facebook Watch.
Your mom said, comb your hair. Your dad told you, smarten up. Your dog is judging you right now. And your best friend just called you crazy. We all need someone who'll pull no punches and give it to us straight. Now, imagine getting your news like that. No bull, no spin, just give it to me straight. Straightforward news, straight to the heart of the story. ABC News, straightforward.
What's the most innovative daily news podcast out there to listen to every day? Well, the Edward R. Murrow Awards say it's Start Here, the daily news podcast from ABC News. Even the New York Times calls us a top news podcast worth listening to. So if you like getting behind the biggest news stories of the day, inside all the details, the backstory, and what will happen next, then listen to Start Here, the daily news podcast from ABC News. It's like no other news podcast out there. Even the critics agree. Listen free on Apple Podcasts.
Today's test for Elon Musk's new prototype spaceship, you see it there, ended with a big fiery bang. The Starship prototype SN8 here coming down and performing what the company calls a flip maneuver, but the ship suddenly explodes when it touches down on the ground. And the good news is that no one was on board. On Twitter, Elon Musk called the test a success and said that they got all the data they needed. The old saying, money doesn't grow on trees, may be true, but it can be made, and it's being made right now in clandestine print shops far from the U.S. Bureau of Engraving and Printing, where our dollars are currently being printed. Nat Geo's Mariana Van Zeller shows in her latest episode of Trafficked why you can forget about looking for that second face on the bill.
It's early morning in Lima, and the smell of fresh ink is in the air. I found my way to a printer who specializes in counterfeit US dollars. It's like no underworld scene I've accessed before. It's so out in the open that I'm actually nervous for them.
Wow, this is incredible. This is amazing. I mean, we're in a printing mall. It's too early, so all the shops are closed. So it's this surreal scene where we walk down these corridors and everything was closed, and then suddenly there's a bright light here, and they're just printing fake money.
No me he centrado en todo. El dueño del circo soy yo, sino que el payaso gigante me lo ordena. Yo soy en otra palabra, yo soy el cerebro en esto.
Printing is the most daring aspect of fake note production. It's loud, it's long, and it's often done in public locations like this. It's also very difficult. It takes years to learn the secrets of this trade. The inks, the paper, the machine. The process of forging bills is equal parts art and science. Very few have the right combination of talents.
Eso ya tiene la cara de Franklin.
Ese es el primer paso. Ese es el fantástico.
These plates are made by coveted designers and are critical to the whole operation.
Con el inicio del trabajo, ese es el alma del trabajo. Y si no haces bien eso, no vale nada. Ya no sirve nada del trabajo.
Check this out. All the bills coming out.
Vamos a pasar a la segunda parte, que eso es el fondo.
Ah, the second part is the off-white color of every banknote.
Aquí hay varios colores, no es un solo color.
Y generalmente el proceso todo, ¿en cuánto tiempo?
Un mes y medio.
¿Por qué tanto tiempo?
Es que son los colores de tinta, cuando cae varios, se pega. Ahora lo vas a ver que se va a pegar.
Y se tiene que dejarlo secar.
Secar.
That is crazy. So the whole process takes a month and a half. ¿Cuántas notas de 100 se puede hacer con una máquina así en un mes y medio?
5 millares de este tamaño.
5 millares veces 12, porque a 12, claro. 6 millones de dólares? Claro. No. Holy, that's a ton ton of money. That is crazy. They can make $6 million with a machine that costs them $7,000 to buy here. Y las personas envueltas que trabajan en otros lugares, ¿saben que estás operando eso aquí?
No saben. Imaginas que te ven haciendo esto, ¿quién va a quererse callar? Ahorita por eso hay problema, es un delito ya. Todos estamos cometiendo un delito ahorita.
The later it gets, the more nervous the printer becomes. We can hear other shops opening, voices echoing down the hallway.
Ahorita vamos a hacerlo rápido esto, porque puede venir, eso sí que no vean, esto es normal. Ponte la tinta, todo el papel, toma, todo el papel. Nandita, lo que salga eso, por favor, rápido.
The mood totally changed and they're super nervous because you can see the $100 bills here, the metal plate. So they want to do this process really fast.
Sí, es rápido, ¿no? Eso sí ven, ahí sí problema.
Wow, check this out. This is amazing, pero increíble, mismo. We've got the watermark, the background color of the banknote, and now Franklin's face.
Once the bills come off the printer, there's still work to be done to make a convincing fake. Fernando is able to locate another of Peru's finest underworld artisans, the finisher. His role is to add texture and weight to the bills, so they will pass the touch, look, and turn test. We're driving to Villa El Salvador on the south side of Lima, an area that locals describe as picante, meaning hot. Hot with every criminal enterprise you can imagine.
The cops call it Villa Salvaje because the murder rate is not particularly low.
Is that him? Just keep the camera up and roll. Hola, ¿cómo estás, Mariana? ¿Todo bien? Te vamos a llamar de Ronaldo, ¿ok? Porque no quieres tu nombre verdadero, entonces como eres la caballista, como el jugador de fútbol portugués, Cristiano Ronaldo. ¿Está bien? ¿Puedes mostrarnos solo lo que compraste muy rápido? He's going to show us the stuff that he just got. So it's a sponge, a regular. This is for cutting the notes to make a straight cut.
Otra textura el papel.
Cuando compras todo ese materiales, cuando compraste eso y todo, ¿tú no tienes miedo que van a sospechar que estás haciendo esas cosas?
No, porque es una cosa sencilla, bueno, que se pueda comprar, bueno, normal, bueno, como útiles escolares, no, pues, no hay nada sospechoso en esos materiales.
The U.S. spends millions and millions of real dollars to deter counterfeiting. And these counterfeiters get around it with school supplies. My search for the makers of the finest counterfeit bills in the world has brought me to this working-class neighborhood outside of Lima. And to this man. They call him the finisher, and his skills are in high demand.
¿Me puede explicar el proceso que estás haciendo?
Lo primero, esto es una plancha. Remojamos en una tina con lejía y con vinagre para que pueda salir el color verdadero de un billete.
It's a painstaking process, all done by hand. With a popsicle stick, he applies glue for weight and texture. To get the feel just right, he adds what he calls English cornstarch, which I recognize instantly.
Eso se pone con leche para los niños, para que comer, para hacer comer. It's a thing you make for kids' porridge. I used to eat it when I was a kid.
Con eso vamos a vertir en las partes donde tiene que tener relieve. El inglés tiene un brillecito, un brillo, que le va a dar al papel.
¿Puedo ver? Ya lo sé, siento aquí un poquito. You can really feel the texture, it's changed. It's amazing.
He says he also works on hundreds and 50s, but 20s are easier to fake and much less scrutinized. With just a few items you can get at any corner store and a whole lot of patience, the touch, sound, and smell of the bills are totally convincing.
Quite fascinating stuff there. Thanks to Mariana Von Zeller. You can catch new episodes of Trafficked Wednesday nights on Nat Geo at 9, 8 Central. And still ahead here on Prime. You may think that you understand what contact tracing is, but we travel to South Korea where they are using highly sophisticated and invasive technology in ways that may leave you stunned. Our Robin Roberts brings us the incredible story of Robin from Peloton. We're calling her a thriver. We'll explain what that means coming up. And we take a look at how much faster wealthier nations may get the COVID vaccine compared to others by the numbers. But first, our tweet of the day. Canada moves forward with the Pfizer vaccine.
This is what being live is all about. This is ABC News Live, the 24/7 streaming news source, ABC News. Wow. Breaking news, live events as they happen, streaming live, non-stop, straight to you. Original, on the edge, breakthrough storytelling from ABC News, National Geographic, ESPN, all designed differently for you to stream straight to any screen whenever you want, free. And imagine the most celebrated, epic live events and moments, all playing out right before your eyes.
See those flames behind me?
And go deeper inside the groundbreaking exclusives from the campaign trail only ABC News gets. Watch ABC News Live right now and anytime. Streaming on Roku, Hulu, Facebook, and abcnews.com.
ABC News Live, streaming everywhere, right to you.
ABC News Live.
The Americans here on the ground and the Iraqis. 18,000 tons. Patatas. Ismail? David.
Over ground zero from Hurricane Michael.
You can see just home after home.
David,
thanks for meeting you. This was your view.
My favorite view.
Thank you very much.
Yes, mornings may look different these days, but where you start your day,
where you spend your mornings, where you get connected to everything that's happening.
And face it, there's a whole lot happening in our world these days.
where you get all the breaking new information of the day to help you navigate through these times.
That's why we're here.
Good morning, sunshine.
And making sure you start your day off with a smile and some sunshine.
Good morning, America.
Good morning, America.
Good morning, America. Oh, how I love saying that.
Wake me up.
The world may feel out of your control, but your happiness doesn't have to be. Learn the secrets to happiness. Listen to the 10% Happier podcast, free on Apple Podcasts.
ABC News honored winner for the second straight year with the Edward R. Murrow Award for Overall Excellence in Television. ABC News, America's #1 news source.
This is GMA3, what you need to know. GMA3.
A third hour of Good Morning America in the afternoon.
It's all about you. Lunchtime on ABC.
Welcome back, everybody. In so many ways, the pandemic has really highlighted the chasm between the haves and the have-nots. And now a new study shows how rich countries are hoarding COVID-19 vaccines and the world's poor are set to miss out. We take a look by the numbers. Wealthy nations like the U.S. have bought enough doses to vaccinate their entire population nearly 3 times over by the end of 2021, assuming the vaccines in clinical trials are approved. But in 67 developing or poor countries, from Kenya to Pakistan to Ukraine, only 10% of the population will get vaccinated for COVID next year, according to the People's Vaccine Alliance. Now, the rich countries represent 14% of the world's population, but have already bought up 53% of the most promising vaccines. Topping the chart, Canada could vaccinate each Canadian 5 times with its supplies. 100% of Moderna's vaccine doses and 96% of Pfizer-BioNTech's have already been acquired by rich nations. Now, in contrast, Oxford AstraZeneca says it will provide 64% of its vaccine to people in developing nations, which would still only reach up to 18% of the world's population in 2021. Still lots to get to here on Prime. Why what was originally expected to be a COVID quarantine baby boom may instead have become an egg freezing boom. If you live from Virginia to New England, you probably saw some snow within the last 24 hours, but our weather team is now tracking a new storm set to sweep across the Midwest at the end of the week. Some places may see up to a foot of snow. And the major lawsuit targeting Facebook. But first, a look at our top trending stories on abcnews.com.
The reality is our country can collapse from within.
You see the white power movement on the march. Klansmen and neo-Nazis, skinheads, it's meant to incite war.
From the KKK to Oklahoma City to Charlottesville, the new documentary event special.
We just need to start talking about race.
Homegrown Hate, The War Among Us.
This is a real wake-up call.
Streaming now on ABC News Live.
Now, when it matters most, the straightforward facts. ABC News is America's #1 news. #1 in the morning, #1 in the evening, with America's most watched newscast. #1 in late night versus the competition. #1 in politics, and most watched across this historic election versus the competition. The #1 daytime talk show, and #1 in streaming news. Most trusted, most watched. ABC News is America's #1 news.
What's the most innovative daily news podcast out there to listen to every day? Well, the Edward R. Murrow Awards say it's Start Here, the daily news podcast from ABC News. Even the New York Times calls us a top news podcast worth listening to. So if you like getting behind the biggest news stories of the day, inside all the details, the backstory, and what will happen next, then listen to Start Here, the daily news podcast from ABC News. It's like no other news podcast out there. Even the critics agree. Listen free on Apple Podcasts.
Yes, mornings may look different these days, but where you start your day,
where you spend your mornings, where you get connected to everything that's happening.
And face it, there's a whole lot happening in our world these days.
where you get all the breaking new information of the day to help you navigate through these times.
That's why we're here.
Good morning, sunshine.
And making sure you start your day off with a smile and some sunshine.
Good morning, America.
Good morning, America.
Good morning, America. Oh, how I love saying that.
Wake me up.
The most powerful stories of our time, anytime. Nightline. Friday nights, 9/8 Central. True crime, cinematic, real-life drama, stunning, the unthinkable. Follow the clues. The Hunt. True crime. 2020. Friday nights, 9/8 Central on ABC.
At least 287,000 Americans have lost their lives to COVID-19 since the pandemic began. The growing list of cities and states reimposing restrictions as local officials finalize their vaccine distribution plans, with vaccinations possibly beginning here in the U.S. this week. Colorado doing test runs with mock vials, making sure the doses can travel efficiently in ultra-cold freezers.
Very anxious to get the vaccine distributed and start to get it administered to the citizens of Colorado.
Today, Canada joined the UK and Bahrain in authorizing the vaccine.
It was so cruel what they did to him. Like, why did they have to do that to him?
Gruesome new details in the unsolved summer killing of a Fort Bragg paratrooper. An autopsy has found 21-year-old specialist Enrique Roman Martinez was decapitated. There's also evidence of a broken jaw. Because the rest of his body can't be found, the report concludes it's unclear how exactly he died. Roman Martinez was reported missing from a Memorial Day weekend camping trip. A $25,000 reward has been offered for tips leading to an arrest, but so far, nothing. The renewed attention comes a week after 2 Fort Bragg soldiers were found dead in a remote training area.
York State Attorney General Letitia James and 47 other attorney generals suing Facebook, claiming it is operating in a legal monopoly. James says that for more than a decade, Facebook has illegally acquired competitors such as Instagram and WhatsApp. She says it's used its dominance to crush other rivals and deprive users the benefits that come with competition. But James says the worst thing the company has done is reduce its protections on privacy, all to boost its own ad revenue.
No company should have this much unchecked power over our personal information and our social interactions. And that's why we are taking action today and standing up for the millions of consumers and many small businesses that have been harmed by Facebook's illegal behavior.
The lawsuit asked the court to stop Facebook from making any future acquisitions over $10 million without notice to the attorneys generals involved first. Federal Trade Commission has filed its own lawsuit against Facebook today as well.
Since the start of the pandemic, more women are freezing their eggs. Some women say working from home is allowing more time for the process.
It really appealed to me that I would be able to stay at home in my sweatpants and do the injections myself in the comfort of my own home.
Since June, New York University's Langone Fertility Center has seen a 32% increase in women freezing their eggs. The pandemic putting family goals front and center.
People are realizing there's many paths to parenthood.
The process is time-consuming.
They have the flexibility now to actually go to fertility clinics and have a consult for egg freezing or even do the process now that we're doing a lot of our consults on Zoom.
Well, it may sound like a scene from a movie. A lucky kid gets to spend the night in a huge toy store. Well, thanks to FAO Schwartz, you can actually make this a reality. The iconic New York City toy store now listing on Airbnb, and for only $25. A family of 4 will have a chance to wander freely through the 2-story, 20,000 square foot store. The one-night stay will take place December 21st. For those who are at home, FAO Schwartz says it will also host online experiences.
Seems like a real bargain there. Welcome back. We are tracking some winter weather that could bring trouble later on this week. A new storm system taking shape in the Mountain West tomorrow. Then moving into the Midwest on Friday, isolated thunderstorms can be expected in the plains. On Saturday, there will be a chilly rain across the Midwest as it heads into the Great Lakes Friday, bringing snowfall up to 6 inches in some spots. The latest temperature outlook for later in the month shows above average temperatures across most of the country. A passenger on board the Quantum of the Seas cruise ship has tested positive for COVID. The person immediately isolated and the ship returned to Singapore, cutting the trip short by a day. But with the U.S. expected to become the latest nation to give emergency authorization to a COVID vaccine, there may soon be a new question in the coming months. How do you prove you've been vaccinated? Our Zoreen Shah on so-called vaccination passports.
With the first COVID vaccine just weeks away in the U.S., questions swirling. Could businesses, schools, sporting events, or even airlines make you prove you've taken the shot? Qantas Airways saying it is considering requiring travelers to show proof of vaccination before boarding their international flights.
What we're looking at is how you can have a vaccination passport, an electronic version of it that certifies what the vaccine is it acceptable to the country you're traveling to.
Several companies are working on these so-called vaccination passports like Clear, IBM, and Change Healthcare, working in partnership with various airlines and grocery stores like Albertsons and Walgreens to upload lab results into an app.
What we really think we can do is to make that circumstance in the patient's control, make it secure, and make it as available to all the venues where it might need to be used.
Businesses and large venues could ask for proof of a vaccine from the app, similar to pulling up a boarding pass on your phone.
The people coming in aren't going to create any kind of super spreader event, certainly travel, and frankly, letting us all get our lives back, being able to go to concerts and restaurants and other venues where we feel that we can safely interact with others, and they feel that they can safely interact with us.
Okay, so this is how it works. For companies like Clear, you would link your lab data to an app. If it's green, it shows that you've taken the vaccine. Red would show that you haven't. This is an easy, quick way to get hundreds or thousands of people into a venue, and these companies ensure me it is very safe, just like going through TSA. Lindsay?
Really helpful to understand how all that would work. Our thanks to Zorine. And in terms of the legality of requiring a vaccine, ABC News chief legal analyst Dan Abrams says that businesses and employers can require a vaccine with certain medical exemptions once the vaccine has been fully approved by the FDA. COVID cases in South Korea have hit a 9-month high. As a result, officials are sounding the alarms, imposing new restrictions, including the closure of gyms and karaoke bars. They had about 4,000 cases last week. 4,000. Compare that to the 1.3 million during the same time here in the U.S. But how? Well, 2 words have helped them keep cases so low: contact tracing. But it's not like what we have here at home, as Joo-hee Cho reports in from Seoul.
Park Gun is a contact tracer in Gangnam, Seoul, South Korea. But since the pandemic, he's taken on a role that looks more like Detective Columbo's.
You left enough clues to sink a ship.
He's been ferociously collecting and looking at data, warning those who may have been exposed to the virus. Park's team of doctors and civil servants have been working non-stop. The number of COVID-19 patients has been on the rise. Every confirmed patient in South Korea has a legal responsibility to tell people like Gun where they've been, whom they met, and when, up to 48 hours before their first symptoms. If not, the penalty could be severe.
People can be fined up to $18,000 US or be sent to prison for up to 2 years under the Infectious Diseases Control and Prevention Act.
Speed is crucial. This officer cross-checks surveillance camera footage, his job not only to verify but to also pinpoint the people who were in close physical contact with the infected patient. From here, it looks like real detective work. A team of 2 officers are dispatched to the site to check in-building CCTV footage, collect credit card records, and interview witnesses. The challenge, finding a way to contact these potential COVID-19 patients and urge them to get free testing. All in an effort to curb the spread, South Korea has taken a rather Orwellian approach in tracking people's movements.
Here, everywhere you go, indoors, buildings, shops, restaurants, everyone has to go through this process. This is a temperature-taking robot. It takes less than a second to get your temperature checked. And then you have these QR codes on your mobile phones. And this is a way for the authorities to track down where you have been at what time exactly.
Unlike in Western countries, people are more open to being tracked and traced in South Korea.
With the QR code, I feel safer. It's for the overall betterment of society and just like for safety purposes. And I kind of want this corona to be over and done with. So I would rather do that than just deal with this forever.
We have to cooperate because we are a member of this society, and this is what we have to do.
Doing something for the collective good. It's a mentality that's also prominent in places like Hong Kong, Taiwan, Singapore, and Malaysia.
There is the kind of group pressure that I should not harm my neighbor because it's an infectious disease. So people are worried.
But contact tracing can only be so effective. It works when caseloads are relatively low. The U.S. saw more than 1 million new cases last week, making meaningful contact tracing nearly impossible. And South Korea's success in containing the virus with their stringent precautions is about to be put to the test. They've broken a record this past week with nearly 4,000 new cases, the most since the outbreak began. While experts agree that contact tracing is only one part of the solution, they also continue to echo that until a vaccine is accessible to everyone, masks and social distancing will be key in getting us back to normal more quickly. Joo-hee Cho, ABC News, Seoul, South Korea.
Joo-hee, thanks so much. And now to new developments in the case against Mayan Burrell, a 34-year-old black man from Minneapolis accused of killing a young black girl named Tyisha Edwards in 2002 when he was a teenager. A national panel of legal experts is now calling for Burrell's release, saying the Minneapolis police appear to have had tunnel vision when they investigated the case and they ignored witnesses and evidence that might have cleared him. I spoke to Burrell back in February.
Hi, Mayan. Lindsay Davis. A lot of people say that they're innocent. Why should people believe you?
I've always let people know that I was innocent.
This case gained national attention when Democratic presidential candidate Amy Klobuchar touted Burrell's conviction as evidence of her tough-on-crime record. But an investigation by the Associated Press uncovered alleged flaws in the prosecution, and now a Minnesota Board of Pardons is set to hear Burrell's petition for release next week. And when we come back, our Robin Roberts introduces us to one person who you may know if you ever ride a Peloton. When she was faced with adversity, she took the challenges and came out even stronger.
Now, when it matters most, the straightforward facts. ABC News is America's #1 news. #1 in the morning, #1 in the evening, with America's most watched newscast. #1 in late night versus the competition. #1 in politics, and most watched across this historic election versus the competition. The #1 daytime talk show, and #1 in streaming news. Most trusted, most watched. ABC News is America's #1 news.
The most powerful stories of our time, anytime. Nightline.
With so much at stake, so much on the line, more Americans turn here than any place else. ABC News World News Tonight with David Muir.
We have made it through another week together.
America's most watched program across all of television.
Admit it. These days, what you need to know
seems to change just about every day.
What is it that you really want to know, need to know?
To help you not just get through your day,
but to make the most of it. Feel smarter.
Feel better.
Feel happier.
Well, how about a third hour of Good Morning America in the afternoon?
GMA 3, what you need to know. Lunchtime at 1 Eastern, 12 Central and Pacific on ABC. It's all about you.
What you're seeing right now, this is part of the eye wall.
This procession of migrants goes back 2 miles.
There is going to be catastrophic damage.
This fire has made a run. You can see those flames shooting up into the sky.
We are on the jam-packed red carpet.
To the right, guys.
So this is the 4th weekend of protest.
Watch ABC News on location for Facebook Watch.
Breaking news, context, analysis.
With today's extraordinary news cycle,
now is the perfect time for ABC News Live.
A streaming news game changer. The time is now for ABC News Live. Get it, streaming everywhere.
The world may feel out of your control, but your happiness doesn't have to be. Learn the secrets to happiness. Listen to the 10% Happier podcast, free on Apple Podcasts.
More Americans choose ABC News, America's #1 news source.
Finally tonight, 2 Robins, 1 conversation, and a simple message to thrive under any circumstance. Our Robin Roberts with Robin from Peloton.
It's only a 20-minute ride. You got to make it count. Hey, hey, hey. Come on, yeah. Hard work is self-love. I do think about trying to be 1% better every day. Where are you going to be in 365 days if you're 1% better, 1% more patient, 1% more grateful? Celebrating those tiny victories is something that we have the ability to honor.
Thank you, Robin.
Thanks for having me.
Bless you, and thank you for what you do, for what you bring out of others, myself included. You make me better. You make me want to beat my chest. Oftentimes when I don't want to. And so I thank you for that.
Oh my gosh, it's an honor. Really, it's an honor. I can't believe that I get to do what I do every day. Hi, I'm Robin. This is a 45-minute pop ride. I'm really grateful to be the head instructor at Peloton. People are starting to step into their power and own their stories in ways that I've never seen before.
Tell me about your childhood.
I grew up in a Puerto Rican Cuban household. My mother is a doctor, my father is a lawyer. When you grow up in a refugee family, the immigrant story is so pervasive and significant. I was allergic to sports. I thought I literally, would do anything I could to get out of PE. I was a really shy kid. My mother had to coax out like any kind of showmanship or any kind of anything like that out of me.
And What did you want to be when you grew up?
I wanted to be a lawyer. From 10 years old, I wanted
Because
to be
your
a
dad?
lawyer. I loved the idea of being able to use my voice in unexpected ways.
October 2002. Tell me what happened.
My gosh, it turned from a really magical New York evening to like a horror story. I was in a wine bar with friends, just really enjoying the night. A man walked in saying he'd been shot. Moments later, the perpetrator walks in, grabs me by my hair, a gun to my right temple, and he proceeds to take the bar hostage.
An attempted robbery erupts into a hostage standoff and a shooting rampage before police finally shoot and capture the gunman.
When I recall it, it's all in slow motion, because that's how I experienced it. So this probably was a matter of 120 minutes that then set up the trajectory for the rest of my life.
How did it resolve itself? What happened?
There's a woman who was sitting behind us. She saw him holster the gun in his waist, jumped him from behind. All I felt was the sensation of falling because he was holding me like a human shield. And then the NYPD rush in, and that was the end, but it's never the end. I mean, when you experience trauma, that's day one, right? But the residual stuff is really what I had to physically run out.
Is that what brought you to marathon running?
Yeah, it is. I mean, long story short, it is. I tried therapy. That worked fine. Why would we be here if we're okay with just okay? So I think when I would lace up and I would contemplate, like, could you do half a mile? Could you do a mile? Can you run to law school and home? You know, or can you just jog to the parking lot? You know, and there were just mental games that I played with myself. And it was like, can you? Will you? Are you willing?
It was also in college that your mother was diagnosed with MS?
Yeah. The years preceding my hostage encounter, witnessing the way my mother dealt with her MS really empowered me after the hostage thing to be like, but you're still here. So what are you gonna do? That's when I signed up for the marathon. And then my life changed.
Haven't you been like 50 marathons?
I've done 26 marathons and 10 ultras.
Oh, excuse me. I just rounded up, I'm sorry. Forgive me. How has your family embraced all of this? How have they, because here you are, you're a lawyer,
yeah,
like your daddy, doing really well, but this is quite a switch.
Yeah, my mother has always trusted my judgment, and she knows that she raised a warrior ready for the world. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, be heavy, and then when we push, in 4, 3, 2, 1, pick it up. Like, why not me to join Peloton? Why not me to monetize a career in athletics? And these are the things now that are so central to like what I say to the world. It's like, yes, you can. Join me. Let's bang on our chest together and discover who the hell we are. On my right side, I have resilient stock, which is something my mother told me growing up. She said, you come from resilient stock. Your backbone will always be strong. It's in your DNA.
That's beautiful.
That's one of the first things I remember my mother ever telling me.
How do you make other people understand that and want that for themselves?
The difference between surviving and thriving is like tapping into that feeling where you just are so in awe of being able to be here. I think gratitude goes a long way. Gratitude turns why me into try me. Like, try me.
Oh, that's got to be on a t-shirt. That has got to be. Come on.
Yeah.
You, in recent years, received a diagnosis. Tell everybody what that is and how you have dealt with it.
What's up, family? So I get asked a lot, what is this white thing on my arm? This administers insulin. I'm a type 1 diabetic. That means my pancreas doesn't produce insulin. It doesn't mean your world is gonna end. I remember sitting in the doctor's office and thinking, okay, insulin is just gonna have to be another thing in your toolkit now. I don't have time to feel badly for myself, and things could be worse. I was like, oh, I'm not stopping now. Like, this is just gonna be another chapter.
So what do you tell somebody who says, you know, I can't survive, much less thrive? What is your message to someone who feels that way?
Focus on what you can control. You can control the controllables. I knew how my body responded to certain foods. I know I can be physically active. Even in the toughest workouts, even in on the toughest days, it's like, what is the next thing I can control that will make me feel better? And that's literally how I approached like being a type 1 athlete, endurance athlete.
I didn't know you as a kid, but I bet you colored outside the lines.
I did. I definitely did. I wasn't really artistically talented, but I was very devoted. When I was a child, being able to express through paint or through, colors in the crayon box felt so free. And now I really do feel like I paint with sweat. I feel like when I create a playlist and a class plan and I understand like the message I want to give during that 30 minutes that we share together, like I do feel like the conductor in an orchestra or any other kind of creator.
What an inspiration. And be sure to watch Robin Roberts' special on the Thrivers tomorrow at 9 and at 10 p.m. the inaugural Thrivership Awards right here on ABC News Live. And before we go tonight, we're going to transition from the bike to a raft. It's our image of the day. Take a look. That is Santa Claus swapping his reindeer for inflatable as he made his way down a water-clogged street in Venice, Italy. The flooding that caused those submerged streets caught forecasters off guard, and as a result, the movable barrier designed to protect that city was not initially activated. No word on if he was there to add some people to the naughty list as a result. And that is our show for this hour. Be sure to stay tuned to ABC News Live for more context and analysis of the day's top stories. I'm Lindsay Davis. Thanks so much for streaming with us, and good night.